All right, let's get it. All right, so back to what I was saying, right? All right, so what I was learning and what I was understanding from my numerous searches of religion and traveling around the world to understand religion, I found one common thing, right? I found one common thing with all religions, and one thing that everybody failed to realize, and I think it comes from not reading. And I think this is the biggest problem with the world and religion as a whole. I just know it's gonna cut off, dog. I can feel it. I'm tapped into some other shit. But just religion as a whole, right? We gotta stop following the negative aspects, and we gotta stop looking at the negative aspects of religion. We gotta start literally living like the prophets inside of these books. I don't care what book it is, right? Living like this shit, right? We gotta start living like these people. So now, as time grew, I finally understood what the one kid said when he said, not to follow the religion, but to be Christ-like. And that made so much sense to me, which is what brought me back to Christianity, right? I'm not saying that I am a Christian right now. I'm not saying that I'm a Muslim. I'm not saying that I'm anything, right? But I have dove deep in. Muslims and Christians are the same to me. I know that Muslims hate Christians and Christians hate Muslims, and there's this epic war, but it's the same fucking thing, right? It literally is the same. It's the same fucking thing, right? So Muslimanity or Chrislam, that's what I'm gonna fucking call what I am, a Chrislam. I'm a Christian Muslim, a Chrislam, right? So going into that, right, I noticed that there's too many people that point the finger instead of people who live Christ-like, right? It's too many people that spend time pointing the finger instead of people who live like Muhammad or people who live like Jesus, right? I believe us as a people, we should wake up, right? We should wake up and figure out how the fuck can we help thy neighbor, dog? I feel like that is the ultimate goal of what religion is trying to convey. I feel like that is the ultimate goal of what all religions are trying to convey. Every religion is trying to convey. Wake up and try to help thy neighbor, dog. That's it. Just wake up and try to help. And you might get killed helping. Just help, dog. You see people in need, help. You see a blind nigga that can't make it across the street, help the nigga across the street. You see a fucking old lady that barely could fucking walk, help her with her fucking groceries. Like, fucking help, dog. That's it. That's literally what every fucking religion conveys, and we have misinterpreted the message. We have all misinterpreted the message. Just fucking help. I don't care who you believe in. Just fucking help. Help. Stop focusing on the negative aspect and help, right? So I start, hold on, it's getting kind of hot out here. Let me take this jacket off. So I started to tell myself this, right? Am I a Muslim? Yes. Yes, I'm a Muslim. I go to the mosque a couple of times a month. Am I a Christian? Yes. I can be whatever the fuck I want, and nobody can tell me other. If I want to be a Muslim, I'd be a Muslim. If I want to be a Christian, I'd be a Christian. I'd be whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want, and nobody can't tell me other. Alright. So, I started walking through this world, right? I started walking through this world with a certain form of energy, and I learned that this energy allows you to be protected, right? I started walking through this world with no fear of nothing, and I started to tell myself, whoever controlled this world, they got a shield over me. I started walking through this world like that. I started walking through this world understanding if I'm alive today, then I'm supposed to be alive. I don't think negative. I don't care about negativity. I don't even allow negativity to even come near me. I start walking through this world without I believe, bro. Listen to me. I believe. I don't even want to say I believe in God. I don't care what it is. I just believe. Right? When you get to a certain level of understanding and belief, dog, you protect it by it's like the book of Eli, dog. When you finally believe, you don't gotta pray, you don't gotta do nothing. You don't gotta nothing. You don't have to do nothing. Listen, I can't even explain. Don't believe in nothing. Don't believe in no gods. Don't believe in nothing. When you just believe, dog, that's all I can say. When you just believe, dog, it's a thing that you get when you believe, dog, and nothing can happen to you. It's literally walking by faith, but I don't want you to believe in like imagery. I don't want you to believe in pictures. I don't want you to believe in false idols. It's just the way to live. I can't fully explain it because I'm still in the process of understanding how this shit is happening. But when I start having faith in like the universal protection plan, right? It's like it's most definitely eagles and falcons and all type of shit flying by. And look, dog, like that shit's never happened to me, but there's like a fucking bald eagle or a falcon or something like right here in the fucking tree, and it's like talking and shit. Like when I think about shit like this, it's not a coincidence, right? Right? Y'all hear that shit? Like when I think about shit like that, it's not a coincidence. It's not, dog. Free more, thank you, G. Thank you, G. It's not a coincidence, bruh. They watching, right? And I pay attention to shit like that. Like, all right. So if you've been around me, any one of my friends would tell you like, yo, this nigga Daylyt knows how to protect us by all means. And niggas be like, he be figuring shit out that it don't make sense, right? And now that I believe, right, I don't fear nothing. Right? I don't fear nothing, bro. I used to have forms of fear. I used to always be like, well, what about this? Or I could die. And I think that's how you die. When you think about how you can die, then you subconsciously manifest it, then the shit happens. I don't have fear no more, bro. I don't fear anything. I don't fear any. I'm going to tell you one of the craziest shits I ever did recently. And I did this because I wanted to really understand how, am I protected or is this a hoax? So I'm going to tell you something I did recently. Something I did literally recently. So y'all know what neighborhood I grew up in. Y'all know what neighborhood my background is. So recently, I said, you know what? I literally parked my car on 108th. Right? I parked my car on 108th. And I did something that I'm not supposed to do, but I did it. I walked all the way up Compton Avenue to Imperial. Made a left on Imperial. Oh, made a right. Right, I walked all the way up Compton Avenue to Imperial. Wait, was it right? Yeah. So I made a left. I walked all the way around the Nixon Gardens. I just walked, and I just walked with my head down and just walked. And I told myself, if something is to happen to me, it's going to happen. Now, coming from the neighborhood I'm from, this is literally suicide. It's suicide. Coming from where I'm from, this is suicide. I walked. Boom. See two dudes at the store. Dude look at me. I looked at him. Remind you, I got a face tattoo. I can't hide myself. People know who the fuck I am. Dude looked at me. He threw up his hood. I just gave him like the prayer hands and bowed my head. And dude was like, he just looked at me. And I just kept walking. I didn't even look back. I just kept walking. I didn't look back. It's whatever. Whatever. But I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid. I don't care no more. I'm at that point in my life where whoever you are in the sky, whatever you are, you magical ass nigga up there, you got a plan for me, dog. Whoever you are up in the magical sky, you got a plan for me. You ain't gonna let nothing happen to me until it's time. When it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go. But right now, it ain't time. And I understand that. It's not time. I get it. It's not time for me to go. My mission is not complete. I believe we all of us, we have a mission. Right? It's a plan for all of us, and we all have a mission. Every one of us. Wait, hold on real quick. Hold on. Yeah, but like I was saying, I believe like there's a plan. Like God got a plan for all of us, every last one of us. He got a plan, whatever, God or the universe or whatever you want to call it. It's a plan for all of us. And when you start to realize your purpose in this world, your purpose will get completed. There's nothing could do to stop your purpose. You'll never be able to stop. You can't. Look, this game is, the world we live in, it's a video game. And video games have programs that are written out. And the programs are written out once you realize the mission, it's already written out. Like the program cannot go against what was written. It can't override itself. It can't. It can't. So the problem is, as a person that don't get it, the problem is we are all off course from our mission, and we are all afraid. Right? We're all afraid. Look, all I'm saying is walk through this world without no fear, bro. Walk through this world without no fear at all. None. No, when I say no fear, I mean no fear at all. Zero. No fear, bro. Understand that we all have a purpose in this world. It's going to take a lot of us to find it. It's going to take a lot of us to see it. It's going to take a lot of us. It's going to take a lot of time for us to understand it. But I get it. I get it. Walk through this bitch with no fear, bro. None. None at all. None. Understand your purpose. Now, I tell everybody this. This is something that you have to understand. And this just goes to non-religious people. You don't have to be a religious person to live Christ-like. You don't have to believe in Jesus to live Christ-like. Right? You can call him motherfucking Horus. You could call him Yahweh. It don't matter what you call him. You could say Allah. You could say motherfucking Muhammad. It don't matter what. Just be like them. I don't care if you don't agree with the religious aspect. Just be like them. It don't matter. I don't care about the rest of the shit. Just be like them and fucking help. That's it. It don't matter what you call them. Just help. And once you start helping, you will be granted unlimited protection until it's your time to go. Once you start helping and you realize that you have a mission to help this world, you will be granted unlimited protection. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. Nah, it's not about helping people that don't want to be helped. That's not even the case. You can't even have that type of negative thinking. Right? You can't even have that type of negative thinking. It's not about helping. Nobody said wake people up. Nobody said talk to people. That's not even the case. When I say help, you don't have to help people that don't want to be helped. That's not even an issue. You're going to just help figure out how you can help the world. Nobody necessarily said you have to help people. Nigga, you could go motherfucking plant a garden somewhere. You can motherfucking become a motherfucking oceanic research provider, nigga, and help save coral reefs. Like, you don't always have to help people. This is not always about people. It's not, nigga, you can become a national forest protector, nigga, and save trees. Like, it's not necessarily about people. Help does not pertain to humans only. Nigga, just help the planet, dog. Yo, look. I told y'all, and I keep telling y'all this with X. X was young, dog. He is very young, and he was battling light and darkness. We all go through it. When I was 21, when I was 18, 19, 21, nigga, I was wild. I was the same way. I knew what I wanted in life, but I was fucked. The program is too deep. I keep telling y'all this shit. The man was battling light and darkness. He was growing, right? We all start off young and fucked up, but what he was growing into, right? What he was growing into was amazing. What he was going to be was amazing. You look at his transition. You look at his last couple of lives, his last videos on what was really happening in the world. The man was changing. Now, this is the thing. We dealing with demons. We do have elites in this world that have all type of plans to stop that. The thing with X is he didn't tap into. He wasn't old enough to tap into fearless. I think you get fearless when you get to a specific age. I'm 33. Now I wonder, do that have something to do with the Bible and Jesus dying at 33 or what? I don't know. I'm 33 years old. He was young. He didn't get to tap into fearless. He wasn't able to tap into his form of protection. Right? And sometimes some of our guys will die young based on not really getting the opportunity to tap into that. Right? So I can say that he most definitely was growing. He was most definitely going to be special, but he wasn't able to tap into that. He wasn't able to tap into his protection. And it's sad. It's sad that we lost someone like that. But I can honestly say death is also a positive thing in some scenarios. That kid is going to literally change the youth. Whether he's alive or dead, he will continuously change the perspective of the youth. Whether he's alive or dead, it doesn't matter. His impact is too great. It doesn't matter. Sometimes death, right? You got to think. When he was alive, people were still kind of on X as fucked up. But now that he's died, people appreciate his other aspect a lot more. A lot, like since he has died, a lot of people have tapped into the fact that, yo, that kid was actually trying to wake us up. When he was alive, I didn't really see it. But you get what I'm saying? So death works crazy like that. Oh, the kid impact is going to change the world. Like 100 years from now, a couple of years from now, he's going to change the world. A lot of little kids listen to that dude and not his negative side. A lot of little kids, you got to, dog, think about Tupac, dog. Like, let's really think about it. Tupac died at what age? No. Really think about this. What age did Pac die at? Exactly. Pac got shot how many times? How many times did we see Pac in the hospital from being shot? The man got shot in the head and all type of shit. Dog, that man didn't get to see his full maturity. But look at the impact that Tupac made on a lot of lives. Tupac made fucked up music. Tupac did fucked up shit in his career. He did a lot of shit. He did a lot of fucked up shit in his life, but he also made a lot of positive shit to make us keep our head up. So, you gotta look at X the same way. You feel me? He has his negative aspect, but he also has the positive aspect. And the positive aspect will always overshine the negative aspect no matter what. So, to the people that listen to X and to the little kids that listen to X, that man kind of helped a lot of people get through a lot of shit. His music will forever, right? His movement and his music will forever be a part of the youth. So going back to life in general, once you find your full purpose and you realize what you're here for, and you start to realize that your mission as a helper is to help this planet and fight off all forms of negativity, you will be granted unlimited shield. Now, you think about this. All the Avengers, who they work for, all the Avengers, the people who protect the planet, who they work for, shield. They putting this shit right in front of our face.
Dad, the baby.
Alright, here I come. Shield, dog. I don't care who they work for, but you have to look at this shit in the metaphor standpoint. Not literal, but from a metaphor standpoint. If you do your job with protecting this goddamn planet, you will be granted access to unlimited shield, dog. Y'all niggas have a nice Christmas.